Hello everyone and welcome to today's tutorial with Joanne Mulligan. Today we're going to focus on a technique that every stamper should know, masking. We're going to use the Sitting Here set. This set has a lot of intricate pieces that all intermingle and work well together. You have a dog or a cat that can sit inside the basket, or they can lay on the bench just like we have in our card that we're going to do today. You have pillows that can be behind one another. It's a lot of different little pieces, and masking is the way to do this. When you're going to do a card with masking, you have to think about what's going to be in the foreground, what you're going to stamp first. In this case, the cat is going to be in the foreground. So we're going to stamp the cat first. I'm going to show you how to do a mask. Then we're going to work our way back to the background. So it would be the cat and the flowers would be stamped first. We'll stamp the pillow second, and we're going to stamp the bench last because it's going to go cat, pillow, bench in that order, the way things are in the foreground to the background. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Okay, first step, we're going to take a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 and use our bone folder. We're going to get a nice sharp crease. We're going to take a piece of Sweet Sugar Plum and we're going to attach that right on the top. Don't forget to make your check marks. Right on top. And this whole thing is going to get set aside. Now we're going to start working on our card. Like I said, we're going to start with the flowers and we're going to start with our cat. But first we're going to make our masks. Let's back up a little bit. Let's do our masks first. We're going to take and do our cat first. We're going to take a Post-it note. Make sure you have your sticky at the top. We're going to ink up our cat in basic black archival ink and stamp it at the top where the sticky is. We're going to do the same thing with the pillow. And with our flowers. Oops, move this out of the way. Okay, now we're going to cut these out. I'll do this one real quick. When you're cutting out your mask, you want to cut just right along that border. You don't want to give it any kind of an edge. You don't want to leave any border around there. You want to cut right inside that black line, just ever so slightly. And you're going to cut those out for each one of those. I took those earlier and I cut them out so you don't have to sit here and watch me try and trim. So there's our one for my leaves, we have one for our pillow, and we have one for the cat. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to stamp our flowers at the top. I'm going to ink up my flowers with the basic black archival. Good coverage on that. Okay, stamp at the very top. Okay, we have our little flowers at the top. Next we're going to stamp our cat because that's going to be in the foreground. So we're going to ink up our cat and he's going to go about 2/3 of the way down and a little bit to the right. Now we're going to take our mask. So you want to cover him while we stamp the pillow. So we're going to take our little mask and cover up our cat, ink up our pillow, and stamp our pillow right next to the cat. Then we're going to take our mask for our pillow. We're going to cover that up. Same thing with our flowers. We're going to take the mask that we made, we're going to cover up the flowers. Okay, now we're going to take our porch swing. With this one it's a little bit bigger stamp, so I'm going to take my ink pad and stamp it to my stamp instead of the stamp to the pad, like I did with the little ones. So we're going to stamp, get that really inked well. Now these are photopolymer stamps, and you can see mine look pretty yucky from all the black ink I've used. I have used this set quite a bit. I love this set. It will not affect how the stamp is used. It just doesn't look very pretty. They will absorb the ink. Now we're going to take this and we're going to stamp it right over our cat and our pillow. And make sure you press down really good so you can get a really good impression. Because remember, you're stamping over some Post-its. Okay, got a little bit of a missing part there, so I'm going to show you a little trick. We're going to take a Stampin' Right marker and we're just going to very gently make a few little lines there. Once in a while it doesn't get a good impression, so we're just going to fill in with a little tiny bit of a Stampin' Right marker, and you'll never know that that was missing a little bit of ink there. And we're going to take our masks off. And there we go. We have our cat sitting in front of the pillow on the porch swing. We're going to take a little bit of, this looks like a shadow, so we're going to put that down right underneath it. And then we're going to take our saying, which says, "Thank you for being there when I needed you most." And stamp that at the bottom. And there's our stamped image. What I did was I took my Sweet Sugar Plum pad, I took Dapper Denim, Pear Pizzazz, and Soft Suede, and I used an aqua painter, oh my goodness, and I did a little bit of a watercolor wash on the background. Colored in all my different little petals. I'm not going to sit here and color this. It did take a little while to color this. It's very intricate. So through the magic of video, we're going to have one already done. And that is what it will look like when it's all colored. And I colored the little bird in. Oh, I forgot to stamp my little bird on my sample. But I did stamp a little bird on there, and I did him with a little bit of Pear Pizzazz and a little Dapper Denim. So what we're going to do to finish our card is we're going to take our fast fuse. Oops, doesn't want to get going here. Goodness. Check marks. And then we are going to attach it right to our card. And there you go. And that is the masking technique. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. For a list of the products used today and card dimensions, please click the link in the video description. Be sure to check out my website, stamptillyouDrop.com, and don't forget I have a Facebook and I'm on Instagram. Thank you again for watching, and happy stamping!